I remember my dad, he said, you have 3 strikes against you in this world. Like, every black man has 2, that they're just black and they're male. But you're black and you're a male and you're gay, you're gonna have a hard fucking time. So he said, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna have to be stronger than you ever imagined.
Rich people lived in, and I'd feel it more, you know. It would slap me in the face. I'd say I'd have to have that because I never felt comfortable being poor. I just don't. Or even middle class doesn't suit me. Seeing the riches, seeing the way people on Dynasty lived, these huge houses. And I would think these people have 42 rooms in their house. Oh my God, what kind of a house is that? And we've got 3. So why is it that they can have it and I didn't? I always felt cheated.
Whatever you want to be, you be. So at a ball, you have a chance to display your arrogance, your seductiveness, your beauty, your wit, your charm, your knowledge. You can become anything and do anything right here, right now, and won't be questioned.
That's my...
An Oscar. It's the same thing.
I'm dressing, of course, to go do a show because I've always done this professionally. And I was a dancer. And I'm trying to remember when the first time I went to a ball, that was the early type ball, when everybody just walked. And...
Children and Jeopardy. Another World, Dallas, and the whole bit. An evening bag is a must. You have to carry something, no label.
For a lot of children who don't have families. But this is the new meaning of family. The hippies had families, and no one thought nothing about it. It wasn't a question of a man and a woman and children, which we grew up knowing as a family. It's a question of a group of human beings in a mutual bond. Street gang. Now we're
Any other nationality, this is white America. And when it comes to the minorities, especially black, we as a people for the past 400 years is the greatest example of behavior modification in the history of civilization. We have had everything taken away from us, and yet we have all learned how to survive. That is why in the ballroom circuit, it is so obvious that if you have captured the great white way of living or looking or dressing or speaking, you is a marvel.
I think if I could just be on TV or film or anything, I'd do that instead of the money. Of course, I do want the money because I want the luxury that goes with it. But I want to be wealthy. If not wealthy, content, comfortable. You know? I want to be somebody. I mean, I am somebody. I just want to be a rich somebody.
You ain't gonna tell me you see her in the supermarket and you gonna say that's a fad.
In the world, just knowing that I can compare to Paulina, to stand next to her and to take pictures with her. And I look at her here and I'd say she's seductive and she's alluring. I look at her there.
New York City women are a little bit harder than most women, basically.
I grabbed my bag and just jumped out the window. But see, now I don't like to hustle anymore. I don't. And I'm afraid of what's going on, the AIDS, and I don't want to catch it. 95% of the time, they don't. But I feel like...
Oh, you should have seen me at High History.
If you're married, a woman in a suburb, a regular woman, is married to her husband, and she wants him to buy her a washer and dryer set. In order for him to buy that, I'm sure she'd have to go to bed with him anyway to give him what he wants for her to get what she wants. So, in the long run, it all ends up the same way.
Because I'm 84. I've had a nose reconstructed job. I've had my cheekbones risen, had a chin implant, and breast.
I really do kind of miss the street element. I mean, but
I always used to tell her, Venus, you take too many chances, you're too wild with people in the streets, something is gonna happen to you, but that was Venus. She always took a chance, she always went into a stranger's car.